Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is Wednesday, and it is a fun time for us. It is after Tucson. Everyone has their, after Halloween, you have your bag of candy. Yeah, we all have our bag of candy, and we're spreading them out on the table, and we're sorting through them. We're going to be doing it week after week after week until we're done. So hopefully you stick with us. This is week number 2, and as the crew knows, who does number 2 work for? All right, so we are going to jump right into this. We have look, literally, I had to take notes here so we get everyone. And if anyone lags or takes too long, their mouse is wired to the electrical panel. So I instantly will give them the zapper and they need to get off stage. Now, excuse me, guys. I'm literally just getting over a cold, but I'm really super excited to do this. Um, let's go ahead with Pat Brown first out of the gate. You know why I'm picking Pat? Because he's not going to be the boring usual Pat that he always is talking about chondrules. He has the lunar to show us, and there's no chondrules in lunar. So it's like, man, we taught an old dog a new trick. How you doing, Pat?
Yeah, those darn pesky achondrites. But everybody's got to have a slice of lunar in their collection. So this is a 70.2 gram slice of NEA 104. And it's not boring. It's got all
No.
sorts of weirdo stuff going on in here. And this is
Is it
under.
really? Is it? I'm sorry. Is it really that monochrome colored?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is under reflected cross-polarized light, and yeah, it in person, it's gray with maybe the tiniest hint of red in the matrix.
Crazy.
Uh, but that looks like some sort of internal organ rather than a
Yeah.
piece of a meteorite. But boy, Craig's room in Tucson this year had mega lunars, so
Hmm.
that's what I had.
Yeah, that is really awesome. I'm enjoying the disparity in class, the differences in class. If you notice, now, do you happen to know if this is one that may be aqueously altered?
So, yes, I believe it is aqueously altered. The classification is Lunar Troctolite Melt Breccia.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
it's interesting that, as opposed to an impact breccia, if you look at the individual clasts in here, they're not very angular. They're pretty rounded off,
But
which is,
you notice one thing this is I've not really noticed this in other lunars before. What really stands out to me is this one right up here. It looks like a armored chondrule basically,
yeah, yeah.
and then but
Well,
that is on a bunch of these. On 4 of these have those on there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I promised I wouldn't talk about chondrules. Um, but
Your mouse is
yeah, they
starting to
do
shake.
look kind of
Yeah,
chondrule-ish, don't they?
yeah.
Maybe
Wow.
that's what attracted me to it. But nice big slice. It's about 5 inches long and 4 or 5 inches wide,
Wow.
and expertly cut.
Fantastic, man. Thank you very much for sharing that and for jumping outside your comfort level. Marissa, we have a really cool iron to share. I don't want to take any of, I want to say some cool things about it because it's a really cool meteorite, but I don't want to take anything away from you. So if you would share with us your piece of this iron.
Yeah, sure, happy to. I have been wanting this meteorite for years, and I finally chopped it off my list.
Oh, nice. Yes.
This is Udei Station,
Hmm.
and it is an IAB ungrouped iron meteorite.
Wow, that is nice.
It
Love
is
it.
17 and a half grams, and it's perfect.
Hmm. There is, wow, you can really see the Widmanstätten pattern back there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Uh,
excellent
Yeah, I
cut.
used
Yeah.
Maxime's
nice.
photographing
Good.
technique
Good.
and tried to blast it with light and make the background dark.
Wow. There is one extra. awesome fact about this meteorite you haven't mentioned yet. So I'm going to give you 2, 1, 0. It was a witnessed fall too. Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. Could you imagine like that is the meteorite that you picked up off the ground, you cut it, and you find that inside? Crazy.
Yeah, we're almost 100 years old.
Hmm. Wow. Udei Station. Yeah, I love it.
And
Yeah,
then I also had to get the reverse side.
mhm.
The side's just polished. And yes, that green is real.
Oh, cool.
I'm a big fan of Udai Station, and I'm really happy you shared that one with us. I literally just got a small piece for my inventory, and it just arrived while I was in Tucson. So I got to open it when I got home. I was actually home from Tucson opening meteorites. And I was like, "What am I doing?" Like a meteorite inception here. Thank you very much. I'm happy for you to get that one in your collection because that's one you have to have. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah. Travis, the new guy. Oh my God, the new guy. Travis, what do you got from Belarus for us today?
So I've got 1810 Belarus find. This is the Brahin, and it's just a large cluster of olivine. It's a pallasite PMG, and it's about 8.6 grams, and it's just a big chunk of olivine.
And you really do mean that. Like when you put this up to a magnet, there's no response.
There was no response out of what I got. No, so there's no metal in there. It's just
Wow, look at that.
right there. And same as Marissa there, using some of the techniques that were shared with the group from Maxime.
Wow. Maxime, thank you very much. His birthday was yesterday, the day before, so happy birthday, Maxime.
Happy birthday, Maxime.
Happy birthday, Maxime.
We all love you, man. Wow, these are. Oh, go back to that last picture for a second, if you would. Yes. Look at the color of the crystal, like almost dead center, but a little bit north. It
Yeah,
has a little bit of a green apple to it.
green and gold and honey and
Yeah, these were flying out the door.
Yes, they were. I think Mark said he had 700 grams of it, and they were flying.
Oh, see, that's a nice catch right there.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Wow. And I'd be remiss. Sue would beat me up if I didn't say I just added, or I grabbed like 5 or 6 pieces of these myself. I think I high graded. I might have gotten there after Travis, but I did a good job. I got some quality pieces. So if you're looking for a piece of Brahin like this, with no metal, just olivine cluster or an olivine bomb fragment, I have them now. They're beautiful.
They are very beautiful, very nice. But I feel my shot coming through, so I think that's about it for me right now.
Good. I love it, man. Thanks, Travis.
Thank you.
The new guy fits in really well here. I like it. Eventually, he won't be the new guy anymore, and that's
Right.
that's awesome, man. Well, this guy's definitely not new. Dave Pinsky.
Ah, yes.
Good morning, my man. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So I definitely wanted to get another version of the Tana River meteorite that fell on Christmas Eve of 2025. I have a complete stone that is 100% fusion crusted, and I said, I'd like to see what's on the inside. So I picked this one up just recently. And again, I used Maxime's technique, and boy, it's so much better. This is a fragment, and this is the interior. It looks very much like a L6, and it's under classification right now, so we'll find out what it is. It may be a different name once they get it classified. Sometimes they change it, but for right now, this is the temporary name. It weighs about 3.145 grams, and beautiful fusion crust on these. I understand they were picked up very soon after the fall. So they are super, super fresh. And just to think that a month ago, this was still in space. Or actually, what? No, I'm sorry,
No,
2 months ago.
Christmas.
Two
Yeah.
months ago, it was still in space. It just this
Yeah.
is a reason I have gotten into meteorites. There's just something so special about just holding something and just realizing this was not anywhere around Earth, at that time.
Yeah,
So,
it's absolutely amazing. It never gets old, especially when it's a witness fall. Like this one was in Morocco on Christmas Eve, and I guess like you said, yeah, there was a lot of fragments picked up right away. Some really nice fusion crust on the samples. The one you showed last week was 100% fusion crusted, not even a peak on the inside. So yeah,
I
yeah.
believe it was Kenya.
Yes,
okay,
it's Kenya, right? Yeah, it fell in Kenya, and there's not a lot of meteorites. I checked on the Met Bowl. There are not a lot, and there are a few falls, but it's been a while. So it'll be really interesting once that gets in the Met Bowl to see what all the information on it. But that's
nice.
what I got.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Anthony, for yelling at us the right location. Allison, I I want to get to you because your name's next. No, because I'm gonna show later on something I think you're gonna show now.
Okay.
Stuff we cut at the mansion.
Yes. Yes. So this is an NWA that I purchased in Tucson. I can't remember from who, and cut at the mansion.
Ooh.
And it looks to be a dual lithology and a high melt in one spot and a chondrite in the other. So I did a quick little video here. Some of these aren't the greatest pictures, but it's demonstrating some of the different metal patterns here in the meteorite. And then here at the end of this, it's like a 1 minute long video. At the end, we'll do some cross-polarized microscope. So uncrossed polars, cross polars, or vice versa of that, I'm sorry. So cross-polar, uncrossed polar.
Wow.
Cross-polar, uncrossed.
Wow.
Jeez.
You see all the beautiful chondrules in there,
Yeah.
and then all that great metal.
Wow.
Those are amazing.
This one was pretty stunning when Allison cut it in half. And we actually did measure the magnetic susceptibility and conductivity of this one, and they're way higher than an H ordinary chondrite.
Yeah, it's just like the coolest thing. I'm so in love with that. And that was just the one slice. I got several slices, as you saw there in the beginning of that little film I put together. But and then a few of the members who were present at the mansion the evening that I cut that got some pieces of it, and Pat got a big enough piece that he was able to butterfly it so that Marissa can have a piece as well.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
That's awesome.
And
It's
Marissa's
worthy of
piece is-
classification to see where it falls.
I kind of chopped it up. I don't know if
Ain't
you can
much
still
left to
classify it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. And I'll be honest with you, this is when the rock hounder and the experience you have on your saw comes to play. Because when you started cutting that at the mansion, I was like, oh my God, she literally is cutting it the entirely wrong direction. Like just absolutely the wrong angle until you showed me it. And I was like, that's exactly how I would have cut it.
exactly how.
But it looks so beautiful. I remember, like, those are the moments I love at the mansion when you pull something off the saw and you wipe it away and you see it for the first time. You're like, yeah, and you start showing it around to everyone. That was definitely one of those rocks.
First, I didn't know what to think of it, so instantly I was like, somebody, look at this and tell me. And I was cutting, like Pat had a piece big enough to butterfly. I was cutting some big chunks and figuring this was, just an ordinary NWA, ordinary chondrite. And And then as soon as I pulled the first slice off there and saw the metal in that, I was like, oh, I'm making much thinner slices.
Yeah,
Much
so
thinner. New plan.
I made sure I grabbed one of the slices you made available for the housemate. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so thank you for the slice that you gave to me. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. That was fun.
The next thing is a meteorite I don't have, and I'm kind of sore about it. I actually didn't even know what it was. Just when we started filming, I had to ask what it was. So we got Chris and Mike both sharing the exact same new Eagle Station Pallasite. And Chris, you already have yours queued up, so I'm gonna let you go first. And I got you spotlighted.
Okay,
Ooh.
so I'm not exactly for sure how to pronounce this, but I think it's NEMA 003, maybe NEMA 003. So this is the newest, not yet published Eagle Station Pallasite. And fun fact, like I was very well behaved and a very unusual year. This is the only piece I came back from Tucson with.
Wow.
Wow.
Did someone hold a gun to your head?
Yeah, there was like robbers and there was thieves but to give you an example, this is my previous piece of Eagle Station, and this is my new piece of Eagle Station.
Yes.
So yeah, I was really excited when I saw it, and Craig twisted my arm. This is 37.8 grams. So when Mike shows his, he might flex on me, but and it just has a really crazy, unusual etch.
Yes. Wow.
And polished and etched on both sides. Very cool piece.
You see the metal right in the olivines. That's just really nice. Nice upgrade.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Chris, keep showing off from if you would. I just want to remind everyone who may be watching, this is a rare pallasite. Pallasites are rare. We always talk about like an HED or an achondrite that's classified as a eucrite. This is a pallasite, obviously, but when you look at the metal on it, the etch on it, the pattern of the metal growth, and then you look at the olivine and the composition of the olivines, it stands out from other main group or just lumped together pallasites. So it's not a main group pallasite. When you actually look into the metal and look into the olivines, there is different composition that tracks with a meteorite called Eagle Station. And that was the first of the bunch. Now they're Eagle Station pallasites. So this is a very, very interesting. I really wish I grabbed a piece when I was there. It's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And it does have two different kind of olivines in there, is what I'm told. So
yeah, there's definitely the honey colored, like you could see right there on the right, and then a more darker and greener olivine. And it's not very, I'll try to catch this here, but I mean there is some translucency.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I have a very low bandwidth today. But there is some translucency, but it's mostly opaque, but it's not a super thin slice. So.
And Chris, one thing I want to also talk about, your slice is a really good example of it. A lot of times when we see pallasites that have really light honey colored olivine on one side, and then on the other side it's dark olivine. A lot of times that talks to terrestrialization, water encroachment into the meteorite itself. That's not what we're talking about in this case. If you notice on this one, your honey-colored olivines are actually encased around darker olivines. So that's just on bigger slices. This is a good representative slice, but the bigger the slice, the more real estate you can actually see that there are two different types of olivines. They're not zoned out of weathering. Would you agree with that one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we didn't take everything away from Mike Kelly. He's been so patient. Mike, how are you, buddy?
Doing great, doing great. Chris, you win the flex. So this is a not so Mike Kelly size slice. But this is only 18.5 grams.
Nice.
So you got the lead. But just like you showing off the other piece of Eagle Station, this is a massive upgrade as far as what I got for Eagle Station pallasites. You had showed off and you got yours in the light box so you can see a little better. So what's unique about the Eagle Station pallasites? So that honey colored olivine is kind of what's making it different, right? So most of the standard pallasites have more phosphoritic olivine in them. The Pallasite Eagle Station pallasites have very phaolitic olivine in them, so they're very iron rich, and that's why you got a lot more of that honey color versus the typical darker greens. Although your piece had a lot of decent green in it. The other thing that's different about these is the nickel content in the metal is much different than the other pallasites. It's got a much higher nickel content, and there's some thoughts out there that they're related to the 2F irons because compositionally wise, the metal is very similar. And there's also some differences in oxygen isotopes and also traces in phosphates. So they definitely stand apart. And yeah, this would be number 8 in the books if it gets classified according to plan. So that's all I wanted to share.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you did because I was smart enough to talk vaguely and then you come along and drop the science on us. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, we are getting down to the bottom of the list, and when I say bottom, I do mean me and Anthony. Jesus, no. Now we got Art and Ben coming up as well. Anthony, Chelyabinsk, talk to me, my man.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Topher? So one of the things I brought back from Tucson was pieces of Chelyabinsk. You know, that's just one of those meteorites that if I see it like at a relatively good deal and it's accessible to me, I'll probably get it. And I usually don't go for smaller pieces, but this one was really cool, and I'll show you why in a second. But let me just illuminate it here for you. This is how big it is. It's only a few grams, okay? It's a little oriented piece. And I went ahead and I took some photos using Maxime's techniques like everyone, you know, they've really
Nice.
been paying off. So check this out.
Oh,
Yeah, this is one side.
That
Beautiful
crust
stuff.
is so beautiful and fresh. That did not spend much time in the snow.
Yeah, this thing was pristine when I really got into it with my macro lens and using, you know, an extra light source. And if you go close enough, you can see there's some purple hues in there
Hmm.
around, you know, these areas. And then, of course, as you get out to the edges, you have these pieces that are kind of dripping off from its
Yeah.
oriented flight. So really cool there. And then on the opposite side, right, the underside of it, you can really see these
Yeah.
protrusions coming off.
Yeah.
Iridescent too.
Yeah, yeah. So it was an awesome find, and
Wow.
it was
Looks like the bottom of a grill. Everything just dripping down.
yeah,
That's
totally.
amazing.
It's crazy. So
Yeah,
like I said,
I've cooked briskets that look like that.
yeah, it looks delicious, right? Glistening. So yeah, I really needed my macro lens to appreciate this like to the fullest. Like obviously I chose it. I had a jewel, you know, a loop, jeweler's loop. And I saw that, but like to really see it, like the macro lens was where it's at. And then of course it had that fractured face, right? And it has this
Oh,
cool shock going through it as well
very nice.
that are kind of like uneven, so you could really see the shock plane.
Hmm.
But
Wow.
yeah, that's what I got for you.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Stay zoomed in there for a second, Anthony.
Sure.
Um, I know it's not gonna make sense if you're watching this video because we just filmed something where we were talking about slickensides, but that's how a slickenside is formed. So you see the shock plane that Anthony was pointing out, it doesn't just stick out, it goes into that rock. So if this rock were to shear apart side by side, you'd be left with two halves with slickensides. And
Yeah.
that's where they come from. That's a really good example to show that.
Yeah. And slickensides is shock vein plus displacement along that shock vein. And that's why you see the parallel grooves and such in the slickensides. And Chelyabinsk did it well.
Well, you picked the winner there, buddy. Good job, man. Yeah.
Happy to share.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that you only shared one thing because we're gonna be keeping this train rolling. I'm gonna go to my camera. Pat, could you highlight me for a second? Thank you, Pat. This is a study in shock. This rock I cut. This is an L5 Melt Breccia, but as you can see, it has a tremendous amount of shock melting up there. And I cut it, and literally you can just see the shock.
Wow.
Permeating through the piece. And I actually got some really nice looks inside this one. This was cut and polished at the mansion, so you can actually see I did a good job polishing edge to edge. Look at that. Yeah. But on as you get into it, it starts getting this large chondrule. Wow, it starts on this slice and it goes through. Yeah, that's crazy. It's not even seen on this slice, and then it goes all the way through these two. Wow. Yeah. So this is the kind of stuff I was cutting in Tucson. Absolutely. Look at that. What is that? Pat, is that a weird olivine?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a barred olivine chondrule. You can see the bars on edge there.
Wow.
That's a huge barred olivine chondrule.
That's amazing. Good deal. See, there's always some fun stuff when you cut meteorites. Now we were going to. I'm going to show you some Sikhote-Alins. Oh, that looks nice. I'm going to show you some Sikhote-Alins that are oriented. We just had a nice oriented Shelly. So here is my oriented Sikhote-Alin. And this side is pitted and not as attractive as I'd like it to be. I really wish that was not pitted, but the underside is worth it. So this just happens to be a drip of Sikhote-Alin.
Yeah, very nice ring all the way around the back side.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Look at that. Yeah, I was so happy. When you get to the bottom of the bin, that's what you get. Now, this is another one that shows signs of orientation, believe it or not. If you look at this side of it, you can see literally we have flow going off of every single side of this thing.
God, that thing was dripping.
Yeah. The inside was getting just burnt and then splattering all the way to the sides. Yeah. And it goes all the way down.
Oh, completely
And
oriented.
you know, that one has such fabulous flow lines, Topher, that would be good to add into our is it a meteorite thing? Because everybody sees flow lines, but
oh yeah,
those are flow lines.
Wow, yeah, that is gorgeous.
Right around the corner. You could actually see the flight.
Yeah, that thing is hyper oriented.
Stunning.
Yeah. I love this thing so much. Look at that, it just like drips out of the regmaglyph. Yeah. So this is going in my inventory, but yeah, that's a really super nice one. And it does even have a hard rollover lip on it too. Yeah. So that is, as Scott McGregor would say, a fun meteorite. And I'm going to finish it up with an absolutely beautiful sculptural Sikhote-Alin.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have about 5 or 6 of these that I bought, so I'll be showing off one a week. I showed you the oriented ones. Go
There
ahead.
was a surprising amount of really nice Sikhote-Alins this year
Yeah,
in Tucson.
yeah, yeah. I had to pay for them though. Wow. And
Yeah.
the dollar bin days are gone.
Looks like a
Yeah.
Klingon battle cruiser.
Talking about Klingon battle cruisers. Art, how the hell are you, buddy?
Oh,
I heard
I
you have a
think I'm
Hickman force.
okay. I think I'm okay, but I don't know for sure. So, you
Let's take
ready for me?
Yeah, I'd love to see your Hickman, and you said it has a inclusion in it. What type of inclusion? I don't know.
Oh, it's a Torlite. Yeah, this was one I purchased from Mark Lyons, and it's a 1AB iron complex that was found by a gold prospector in Western Australia in 2018 and was later purchased by somebody in the 2020 Tucson show. And what I like about this is the Widmanstätten pattern, and I think it falls into a medium octahedron Widmanstätten pattern, and we're seeing the kayanite, the taenite bands, and that blob that's to the right and almost right at the equator of this piece is brassy in color. It's Torlite inclusion. So I was happy to get this 64.06 grams. So it's a crater maker as well. And it wasn't an enormous crater like, Canyon Diablo in Winslow, Arizona, but, it has some nice features to it. I'm not an Iron Man at heart, but something said I had to have it.
That is
Cool.
awesome. When a meteorite talks to you, I suggest you listen. That's my life goes a lot better when I just listen and let the meteorites rule my life. Hey guys, I'm going to put on a hat before we get out of here. Meteoritestudies.com. I am very, very happy and proud to announce that Topher Spin Meteorites has been named a founding member of the webpage, and we are one of their authorized sellers. Right now, there's like 3 authorized sellers. So I'm extremely happy to be part of this project, and so more to come on that. But yeah, super happy. I just got the news today that everything. Well, as soon as I log off here, I'm gonna check and make sure I wasn't lied to. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us for another hangout. Knowledge Bolide Crew. We never miss. It's going on almost 6 years now, and this May will be 6 years where we haven't missed a single week because the crew is strong, the crew is wise. We were a bunch of friends who absolutely loved doing this. So everyone, look at the camera and wave goodbye. Good night, guys. See ya.